Really? Man, you guys are the power.
love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble.
Please let me know. 'Cause it's not letting me. I've been trying this for a while. Yes, there he goes. There we go. I've been trying this for a while. Yes, there he goes. I don't know. I really don't know how the sound disappears. You know, I've got this new equipment. There he goes. I don't know. I really don't know how the sound disappears. You know, I've got this new equipment. Yeah, so like let me restart that again. Please hit the subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. Please for the channel, of course. You know, it's great to be a red, guys. It's great time to be a red. Can you guys hear me now? I hope you can. I hope you can. I hope you can hear me, guys. I hope you can hear me. Is it better now? Yeah. Okay. Apologies, guys. I don't know what's going on with my sound. Is it better now? Yeah. It's what do you call it? It's
Apologies,
all.
guys. I don't know what's
It's
going on
all
with my
about.
sound. Is it better now? Yeah.
It's all about StreamYard, guys. It's not me.
I don't know what's
It's
going on
all
with my
about.
sound. Is it better now? Yeah.
What I've realized, StreamYard keeps messing up people's sounds. If you look at other streams, they have the same issues. If you know what I mean, guys. I'm trying my best. But the sound keeps going. If you know what I mean. It's not me. It's StreamYard. They keep putting all this stuff that's new, that's just ruining the streams. But let me start again. Please hit the subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. Apologies in what happened because it's nothing to do with me. Like I use the same equipment, I do the same thing, and all of a sudden the sound disappears. You know what I mean? It's annoying. It's really annoying. Yeah, like I said, guys, what I do nowadays is schedule based. I want to make the channel better than what it was before. So JK is the only one that helps me out right now until Beats obviously comes back, so both of them can work with me. I'm not ignoring any people. Like I said, it's all about moving the channel forward. So we're gonna do panel shows. We're gonna do live calling shows in the future as well. Because to me, the most important people are the people in the chat. You know what I mean? Without you guys, we ain't gonna do much in here. So most important. So this is how I want to go forward. The more you help people, the more we should give back to you guys as well, if you know what I mean. So this is how I'm gonna go. I hope you guys can hear me now. Echo gone. Okay. No problem. So we're gonna do Arne slot, injuries, and then the starting lineup. Then we're gonna end it there. I don't want to keep going. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's bring on Mr. Arne slot. Arne slot. No, not the other S. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. Let's bring him on. I love this manager, head coach. Sorry, he's doing some wonderful things at Liverpool. He's phenomenal as a communicator. You know what I like about him? The team suits him. If you know what I mean. And the way he speaks, it's calmness, and it goes through the team. It goes through the fans as well, guys. He's not like Jurgen. Jurgen is a people's man. He's like what do you call it? He's more like Shankly. He will go to the fans and speak to them, and he will, ask them questions, do things for them. That's Jurgen. But Arne is more like Paisley, claps the fans when he's at the end of the game, shakes everyone's hand, and gets off straight away. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like that movie Warrior. If you watched it with Tom Hardy, when he beats up someone, he beats them up, does the job, and then just walks off. You know what I mean? There's no yay or anything like that, celebration or anything like that. That's what Arne reminds me of when I think about that. Do the business, batter everyone, and get out. I like that. Let me bring on Mr. JK, man. Yes, JK, well, you alright, bro?
All good, bro. How you doing?
Yeah?
All good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, bro. Sound issues again. Mate, StreamYard is crazy, bro. I don't know what's going on. Like, it just ruins everything. I come on, I don't change anything. All of a sudden, the sound goes weird. And then you look at the StreamYard, it's all a mashup in there, if you know what I mean, guys. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. So we're going to obviously go through the press conference, then we'll talk about the injuries, then we'll talk about the starting line. Is that okay with you?
That's cool, bro.
Can you hear me, bro?
It's not really loud, like normal. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Yeah?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Okay, bro. You're not even loud yourself, bro. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
It's weird. Let me try something. Yeah, it's annoying, man. Because if I put the echo of JK, can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I take the echo off, it makes it worse. Why? Can you still hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't.
Can't hear you now.
I'll try again. Bro, I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, much better, much better.
That's cool. Technology, man. Distant Timberlake. Yeah, it seems to be some problems on the StreamYard app. I'm not sure if anyone can hear me. Hopefully we can get it sorted as soon as possible.
JK, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Mate, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys.
StreamYard's plenty.
I'm telling you, mate. What's going on?
You know what it is?
FSG, mate. They're doing me in.
I was about to say the same
FSG
thing.
is doing me in.
Like, do we need fans voting batters and not signing anyone? Let's mess with StreamYard till they can't.
Posey and JK started this. You know what I mean? What a joke. Absolutely. There's no echoes or anything, is there? It's all right now, yeah?
I think from me, there's like a repeat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about now? Is it better?
Yeah, that's still there.
Okay, let me try something else, man. I'll keep doing things, but it's not working, man. Now? Is it much better?
I think testing 1, 2. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah?
Yeah. Even Nick says I've got echoes.
Guys, I don't know what's going on.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's better, yeah? Okay.
I think it's John Henry. He's
Damn
fiddling
you,
with
John
the...
W. Henry. I'll get you, man. I know you guys are behind this.
Bless you. I hope you're cool.
How you been, bro? How you been? How's everything with you, bro?
Everything's good, bro. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow. I like that. You know, when we've got a good game coming up that we should win, like I really look forward to them more than I would say like the Liverpool Man United game.
Yeah.
It's all about the 3 points tomorrow. I'm happy. I hope we go for it.
Yeah, it's a worrying game for me. I'll tell you why. Because,
okay.
What's happened?
No, just then. Okay, you're worried about it, yeah?
You know that these are the type of games when teams deep line defend, we struggle with. You know what I mean, brother? And that can happen again. If you know what I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. Listen, we faced the worst Man United team ever. I mean, as their head coach said, and they come to Anfield, they've got a draw, bro, against the league leaders, bro. You know what I mean? If that, I know form is out the window in those type of games, but if you watch them against Newcastle, they were there for the taking, bro. But the thing is, the attitude we go into games sometimes doesn't pay off. If you know what I mean, we think we could beat the team already.
Exactly.
And then the other results come along. You know what I mean? Because don't forget, at the end of the day, no matter where a team is, they're still athletes, and they could still cause damage. You know what I mean? They get paid. Well, carry on, go on.
No, you were saying like Lille, for example. I was like the Forest game.
Yeah.
The Lille game and even the Bournemouth game, Brentford game, I was expecting more from the opposition, but we never got it. So for me, Ipswich, what we expecting, you know, I think Lille are a better club than, say, Ipswich, for example. And we handle Lille pretty easy, I think. Ipswich tomorrow, like for me, if they're going to put everyone behind the ball, where are the days why I loved Maradona was he would get the ball in tight situations and he won't pass it. Who dribble past people.
Yeah.
And I think football has become where less players are dribbling with the ball to score, beat two guys, bang, you know, that sort of goal. And I think that's the way to beat a low block team. Dribble past them. If they foul you, they foul you. You get a penalty, you get a free kick, whatever. But make that dribble into the box.
Yeah, spot on. 100% spot on. I've always said that don't underestimate the teams you face, no matter where they are in the league, if they're bottom or top or middle or, you know, in the bottom half of the table. You still got to treat every game the same, you know what I mean? Remember in the 90s, JK, that's how we used to do it with Robbie Fowler, Steve McManaman, and Jim Redknapp, and, you know, John Barnes, you know, Stig Ingebrigtsen, Bjornaby, Jason McAtee, all those players, like, why didn't they win titles? Because they underestimated the teams they were facing, because they were beating the big teams. But in the smaller teams like Oldham and, you know, teams like that, we struggled with. We go into games thinking we're going to win, and we didn't. You know what I mean? It's like that white suits in the FA Cup final in 1996. You know?
But what it is, I think, like you just knocked the nail on the head about the mental side of it. The United game, it looked like United were the home team. The fans, the players, they were like really up for it. But us guys were like, we're on holiday. And it's all about the mental side of the football match. Going in tomorrow, they're going to think, you know what, Ipswich at the bottom, near the bottom of the table. It's not going to be a hard game. But for me, you've got to have this, I would say, confidence, but that's humble. It's not like arrogant. We're going to beat you. It's like, we're good. It's tough for you guys to beat us. That attitude, you know?
100%. 100%. Sean says if Chiesa doesn't, I'll put the poll up in it.
Okay.
So if Chiesa doesn't, what's the point in signing him? You're spot on, Sean. I don't really get it. You know what I mean? But then again, I've said it to JK and I've said it to you guys. I have a feeling, guys. I'm telling you right now, when Fozzie has that feeling, believe in it, because I think he's going to be a big impact player in the second half of the season. The way he's been coming on. And he's doing something different to the other wingers that we have. Gakpo, what does he do? He dribbles down the inside, tries to shoot in the top corner from there, doesn't it? And sometimes he goes on the outside. Chiesa comes inside and goes outside, but comes inside and he has the intent inside the box. He knows he can't be touched, JK, and he shoots from there. And he either can score a goal or the rebound can fall for the striker, as it did for Darwin Núñez. If he was onside, could have been a goal. You know what I mean? So we've got options on the left. Obviously, Salah, you can't replace Salah. It's only one Salah at the end of the day. But but with Chiesa, I've got a feeling, mate, he's going to be the biggest impact player in the second half of the season. I think that's true, and I've got no doubt about that. I think they saved him for the second part of the season. If you look at it in a way of, you play Chiesa in the beginning of the season, he'll get found out eventually how to stop him. You know what I mean, guys? But in the second part, when, you know, teams deep line defend and they want to win games to, you know, for their position in the Premier League, like, what would they know about Chiesa? They wouldn't know anything because he hasn't played all season. Now, they're going to try to find out. By the time they find out, the season is over. You know what I mean, JK?
Yeah. And that's what Man City always do. They play a good second half of the season. Yeah. And we got to do the same right now. Last season, look what happened to us. Our first half, top class, top of the league, everything cool. Second half, we sort of faltered. I think this season, in the way Slot sort of plays the team, in what gears he plays the team in games, he's sort of conserved a bit of energy. I wouldn't say like more energy than would say Klopp would have. Klopp's a very bang type of manager. Like, let's go at him. I like that myself, you know. But at the end of the day, the player's going to get more tired quicker. But with Slot, I think he does it in a way where, like, Virgil van Dijk's a perfect example. Look how long he takes with the ball nowadays. Back in the days, he never used to hold the ball like that.
Nope.
He'll get the ball, receive, bang, switch it, pass, bang. Now he's making a cup of tea, having a sandwich, reading the paper. You know what I mean? It's like, it's good to see. But sometimes I want that bang type of football, you know. And Chiesa is that guy who can do that. Like, the game could be sort of 0-0, 60 minutes, a bit sort of, we're taking it a bit second gearish. Come on, Chiesa, Elliott, these type of guys who are like from second gear to fourth or fifth, you know, like bang. So, but fair play to Slot though. He's done it in a good way so far.
Yeah. Like I said, mate, I've got a feeling the second part of the season, Chiesa is going to blow everyone away. The guy is talented, guys. I know I keep going back to it. He's very, very talented. And not so long ago, he was, touting around like he's 100 million. You know what I mean? So you can't just lose that straight away. Obviously, he has some injuries, but like the best thing in a team is to not rush players back, especially when you've got players that's more than capable of playing and getting you guys to the top at the end of the day. So when those players that's highly rated come back from injury, they could take it over and take it to the next step, which is winning titles. And that's what I see Chiesa doing this season, guys. I've got no doubt about that, man. The way he's been coming on against Brentford and in the Champions League the other day, I watched him live in the Champions League the other day. He showed me a bit of money about him, if you know what I mean, guys. He works hard. He runs up and down that pitch, defends for the team. He's got passion and he's aggressive when he's going forward with the ball as well. So there's more to come, guys. You're just seeing samples of what he's about. But as the season goes on, I'm telling you right now, I have this feeling he's going to be more impactful than any other players that we have. I've got this feeling because the talent is there, guys. The talent is always there. That's what's important in my opinion. So let's go to the press conference. Let me just read out the comments before we go to that Mr. JK and see what Mr. Arne said. I haven't watched it. Have you watched it?
Not yet, no.
Chiesa has to start. From Jason, pick up all. Sean says it's a pity about Jones being unfit. gonna see a lot of that second half of the season. Squad really gonna be tested. Then they are gonna be tested, bro. The forward line is fine. It's what's behind that that's the problem for me and JK. You know what I mean? That's what we always talk about. There's no enough strength and depth behind that, and we keep playing the same players every single time. Eventually, you know, they'll be fatigued, they'll be tired, they'll be injured. You know what I mean? Because you know when you overextend the legs on a consistent basis, it catches up with you. If you play football, you know what I'm talking about, and especially you know playing that many games. Like we could have the potential of playing 64 games in it, something like that at the end of the season, every cup. So it's more or less impossible, and you have to include the cups. Obviously, with that and the international football on top of that as well, which will be coming very, very soon, probably in March. So, yeah, it's just too much football for these poor guys, man. And you know, us not having the depth in the squad can be costly at the end of the season, guys. That's what worries me. If there's a worry over there, if you know what I mean, guys, if there's a worry, yeah, 100%. Big up, Anton. Big up. I know. We sorted it out, man. I don't know, Gene. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I know, Genghis. I know. I stopped. I did everything you guys asked me to. We can't hear you. I know. Look at this. We can't hear you. I know.
Yeah, but it's good that the chat tells us sometimes, you know, because sometimes like I've seen guys talk 20 seconds.
You know, for these guys, JK, I want to do a calling show for these guys. You know what I mean? Without them, what can we do, bro? You know what I mean? I don't think I'll do that enough. So if you guys want to do a call-in show, just let me know. Message me, innit? I've never done it before, so let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get some like guys from the chat. Let's hear what their opinion is, you know.
All right, let's go with the press conference, then we continue everything else. Let's go. Let's see what Mr. Arne is saying. I hope you can hear him.
Okay. First of all, Arne, can we check on Curtis Jones? What's the latest regarding the injury picked up against Lille?
Yeah, he went out during half-time. So it's mostly not a good sign. And it wasn't because he will not be available for the game tomorrow. And yeah, the rest we have to wait and see how long it's going to take. I'm not expecting months, of course. Or not of course, but I'm not expecting months. But let's see if he's available for PSV or Bournemouth.
Ibrahim Konate also told us in the week that he's playing through pain at the moment with his knee not fully recovered from it. What concerns do you have over that, how you're managing that day to day?
I think you've seen how we try to manage that. I think we skipped him twice, didn't we? Or at least in this game, Jarrell played, and the Accrington Stanley game, he didn't play as well. So that is a bit maybe because he has still some pain of his knee. Don't exaggerate it, but he probably feels a bit. But it's safe for him to play. But it's more the loads where you're aware of if a player is out for 5 or 6 weeks and then play him every 3 days. That's in our opinion a certain risk. So we always try to manage that. And I think he now comes to a moment where he would be able to play 3 times a week.
What do you think of that, JK, in regards to Konate playing through pain? JK, you there? All right, Nick. All right. Big up, Nick, man. Big up, brother. Big up, Denzel. Big up, Denzel. Big up, Luca. Big up, brother. Yeah, all good, bro. All good, bro. All good. Big up to everybody that's on the chat. Big up, Ravi, as always. Big up. Listen to Gene, people. I will get to your comments. Don't worry. I will get to your comments. Hit the like button as you enter the house. Thanks, Gene. Thank you very much. Big up, Mr. Bat Red. Big up, brother. Big up, everybody. Chat in the chat section, guys. It's all for you at the end of the day. I mean, I will read it out. JK, you back yet?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, what do you think about the Ibu thing, like Arne talked about in regards to feeling pain? Should we take the risk of him still playing or not?
Yeah, that's why, like, for me, we did a first 11 for tomorrow. I put Kwanzaa in there. Like, for me, Konate hasn't looked right since his comeback. I think, what game was it? The Brentford game. He played the last 20 minutes, back to the Konate standard we got sort of used to right now. Good, tough. He sort of bang, but I just worry.
He started the game, bro. He started the game, bro.
Yeah, but I just feel like there's there's options there, but he could use Kwanzaa. Like for me, Kwanzaa is capable of defending with Virgil. You know, tomorrow's opponents aren't Arsenal. It ain't United or City. It's Ipswich.
Yeah.
For me, Kwanzaa can handle that. If he can handle Lille with that guy up front who's meant to be hot, Davids, is it? So for me, I wouldn't even risk Kanate. There's enough games coming up. I'll play Kwanzaa tomorrow.
Yeah. Anton is having a go at StreamYard, man. Oh man. Jürgen is more likable. Slot is more collected. With calm and collected. Sorry, that's what it should say. If people know Bill Shankly, if people know Bob Paisley, this is what it was, guys. I swear to you. With me, I'm a bit like Frank Carlisle. I like to go and look back at Liverpool from the old days to understand Liverpool more, if you know what I mean. And I used to watch Bill Shankly, and the way he behaved is similar to Klopp, guys. Not as crazy as Klopp, the way he shouts and all that stuff, but he was a spokesman for the people. You know what I mean? He was like a politician. Bob Paisley was just about the football, and he was a softly spoken man, and has a laugh. You know what I mean? Now and again. I remember when I watched back the documentaries on Bob Paisley. He always used to wear the same jumper with a hole in it. You know what I mean? These guys have got money. I mean, you can't buy it, but it's like a tradition kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like a good luck jumper. So no matter what happens to it, he was still wearing it. Listen, if you want to know about Arne Slot and Bob Paisley, they're similar, guys. They're similar. Klopp is more similar to Shankly. If you look back, it's good to have that, because one can prepare the team to where it is now, and the other one can take over and take it to the next level. Do you know what I mean, JK?
Yeah. I'm not sure if Klopp could have done if Slot could have done Klopp's job. Like coming in when Brenda Rodgers came in and out and stuff. Would Slot done the same job as Klopp? I'm not sure about that. For me, Klopp sort of resurrected us.
It'd be tough, of course. Yeah.
He sort of resurrected us. Slot, on the other hand, he sort of learned not to give too much information out and stuff like that. He sort of learned it pretty quick, I realised. He just wants to show the world who he is. And I think because of Klopp's personality, Klopp could come into a press conference and say, I'm the normal one, and laugh about it.
Yeah.
Where Slot won't do that. Why? He wants the fans to think he's a serious guy. Where Klopp he was already an enigma. He was already a personality, like that guy could have said anything. We would be like, we love this guy, Where Slot's sort of totally different. And I really see the comparisons between him and Paisley and Klopp and Shankly, sort of the modern day version of that.
Yeah, it's not even a joke. Some people could take that as a joke, but if you watch back, the history of Liverpool, like the documentaries, then you understand it more. But that's what I do. That's what I used to do when I was younger. Sorry, and it stays. If you love something, it stays in your brain, innit? It doesn't really go away. So that's how I see it when I'm looking at them too. Like the difference between them two as well. The way Arne Slot, like we discussed yesterday, like I'd rather have a head coach than a manager. Some people rather have a manager. I don't want a spokesman. I want someone that's just going to concentrate on the team and, winning. That's it. That's all I need. You know what I mean? I don't want a guy who's going to the crowd anymore, that's fisting pumps and all this stuff. And you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if I ever told about that film Warrior with Tom Hardy.
Okay.
What he done was he beat up people. Then he just walked off. You know what I mean? There's no celebration, nothing. Just that's what I like. That's what Arne Slot does. He smashes. Obviously, we beat the teams. He claps everybody and just walks off the pitch in the middle of the pitch. He doesn't go anywhere around the whole, all around the pitch. He just goes in the middle, claps everybody, and walks off. That's what you got to do, man. This is how success is. This emotional side towards things is not the way every single time. At that time with Klopp, we needed that because the club was on its knees. We needed someone that could raise us up again and put us on the map again like we used to be. Yes, that time we did. Now, let's go back to winning. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the Liverpool that we know. Let's go back to the Liverpool that we love, which is, competing with the best. You know what I mean? And winning titles on a consistent basis. We don't have to worry about our rivals anymore while they're struggling in the bottom half of the table. We don't need to worry about that. Just focus on Liverpool Football Club. And the target is winning titles. That's all we need to do. We don't need anything else. You know what I mean? And it's working. It's working, guys. Like we don't even need to play sometimes, and we get the results that we want from our rivals. That's how. That's how.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how comfortable we can be now. If you know what I mean. So
I think that's a blessing in disguise. What a lot of people don't really realise. In the last month, for example, there was weekends where Arsenal and Chelsea drew,
yeah,
and we drew, for example.
yeah,
It could have gone the opposite way. We could have drew and they could have won.
yeah.
It would have been a lot more tighter. So I'm thinking, yeah, we've sort of got away with it in a weird way. But for me, it's Slot's first season.
Yeah.
I don't care how he plays.
Yeah.
As long as he gets 10 points on the board, we can sort out next season how we're going to play properly. You know, I think this season is get the results. Let everyone think you're great, and then you can like welcome yourself into the club properly. You know, imagine Slot weren't winning all these games. Can you imagine the amount of turmoil on social media? What did you get this guy in and this, that, and that? Look, I was like that when he first came because of the way he came in. Other than that, I have no problem with this guy, you know. I think the way he came in is more down to the club telling him, you can say that if you want, that you're going to come to Liverpool, even though you're at Feyenoord and Klopp's still at Liverpool, you know. Klopp actually sang Arne Slot song at the end when he left. Come on, man. Who else does that, bro?
That was beautiful, bro.
That was like, for me, a big... On the day when it happened, I was like, what's going on here? I didn't really sort of understand. I was like, okay. So, whatever it was, he's done pretty well, that song.
100%. Pete, that's just Pete, you know, I know him. He says, starting Kwanzaa against Ipswich is an ideal situation for him. I just don't think Slot trusts him, hence Konate will probably start. You know, me and you was in the chat in it yesterday when I was with Ozzy. Please go and subscribe to Ozzy. I'll put his channel in the link. Guys, in my opinion, Ozzy is probably up there with the best YouTubers I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, top guy.
I don't consider myself any good. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that because, you know, I want people to feel sorry for me. It depends on the moods I'm in. You know what I mean? If I'm tired, you see a different Fozzy. If I'm all right and have the rest, you see a different Fozzy. That's how it is. But this guy, he deserves more. Believe me, guys. Go over there and subscribe to him. Because I'm not only saying that because he had me on yesterday. I've been praising him for a long time in a jacket. Like, even when I haven't been on his channel. He's on my chat, obviously, on WhatsApp as well. He's brilliant, guys. If you want to listen to someone that should be reporting for Sky Sports or something,
I'm telling you, exactly.
He's the one.
Yeah.
He deserves more than what he's showing. The way he interacts with people, he reads every comment. The way he presents himself with the graphics, not many people do what he does. He does it on Spotify. He does it on other platforms other than just YouTube as well. So please go and subscribe to Ozzy. I'll put his link obviously on the chat and you know, help him out in every way, because you know he deserves more than what he's getting. Trust me, guys. I'm not here just to, you know, making myself, you know, feel better. I'm trying to give you guys something that you will like if you go and see it for yourself. If you know what I mean. I watch him every time, even when I'm at work.
I've been on his shows a few times with Ozzy. Top lad. Nice flow. Very Sky. He should be on TV, this guy, you know. And I think what it is with Ozzy and say 12th Man, another guy, is there's like two different worlds of the social media, YouTube world of football. You got them type of guys who are very like rah rah rah, this, that, and the other. And then you got other guys who are more like chilled, tell you information, don't make no drama. And that's for me the way Liverpool way, you know. We don't like drama and stuff like that. We just do it the proper way. And that's what I love about there's a group of Liverpool fan guys who make shows and stuff. Ozzy, 12th Man, Irishman as well. Ozzy yourself. The proper way to do football shows, you know. Like I think we could all make fun of each other, no problem. I think we're all comedians, you know. But for me, there's a time and place.
You know, with me, I don't consider myself as a YouTuber. Even though I've been here since 2019, I'm not new. I mean, I've been here for a while. I just consider myself a guy who just loves football and just comes on here and wants to share it with everyone. That's how I see myself. These guys are serious about what they do, and you know, like I said, Ozzy actually deserves where he's at. So does 12th Man. The hard work they put on, the graft they put in. Come on, guys, man. There's no way people should ignore that. No way, man. In my opinion, Bejan Barnes as well. Don't forget, Uncle Rob,
guys with the time and stuff. Yeah,
there's so many of them. There's so many of them people don't see. You know what I mean? So I suggest you go to this channel, guys, and subscribe right now and put the notification bell on. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. You know what I mean? And it takes. Listen, if two of us are saying the same thing about him, we can't be wrong. You know what I mean, JK? So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, with Kwanzaa, as Pete is saying, with Kwanzaa, I agree with you to a certain extent. But me and Ozzy said it yesterday. Why not play him to rectify that mistake that he did with Ipswich? I mean, this could be his resurrection, as they say. You know what I'm saying, JK?
Yeah. I heard that comment. Good idea. Good idea.
One of the guys in the chat actually said that, not us, actually.
Yeah. I remember that comment, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, why not? For me, Kanata is not ready.
Yeah.
Give it to Kwanzaa, man. Kwanzaa played against Lille, and he weren't on the bench. He didn't get a game or whatever. He was there. He played. I think bar that sort of goal, what we let in, we'd had a clean sheet right there. So for me, I'm playing Kwanzaa tomorrow.
100%, bro. Yeah, let's get back to the. Obviously, we discussed the Konate thing, guys, with the knee. Me and JK said like we don't want to take the risk because the next injury could be a long-term injury, if you know what I mean, guys. So that's what worries us about Konate starting games, if you know what I mean. Kwanzaa should start in if he's struggling, then bring him on. Yeah, bring on Ibu. Yeah, 100%, no doubt about that. Mr. Bat Red, he says, I am off the opposite mindset. I think we should start strong and bring players off when we have things under control. Too many slow starts for us this season. My only criticism of our side. Yeah. There's there's two parts of the season, Mr. Bat Red, which is obviously the gun-ho start of the season, and then there's a tactical part of the season on the second part. I'm just hoping as time goes on, we marry up the first half and second half, because we need more goals in the first half than the second half, if you know what I mean, just to solidify our win in the game. Because I honestly think if we let it go on to the second half 0-0. It brings confidence to the opponents to defend even deeper and try hit us in the counter attack in the last 10 minutes. So when they get the goal, that means they could defend for their life and it'll be impossible for us to score. So we don't want to give them that opportunity. We want to get the goals in the first half, because if you get 2 goals in the first half, something like that, they have to come out of position to score, because they can't sit back and lose the game like that. So exactly. they got to come out. So we counter attack, get another one. And get another one. Then we could do that. That's why Man City used to do that. That's why Liverpool of old used to do that. They used to get the goals in the first half as much as they can, and then the game won't be as boring as it is every single time we go 0-0 in the second half. Do you agree, JK? Am I making mistakes? Or?
Well, for me, I see it like this. I not know the English game. So what he's done this whole season is played the first 45 minutes in like second gear, looked at the opposition, gone in at half time, had a chit chat. Second half, pushed it up to fourth gear, won the game. And I think he's only done that precautionary sort of moves, not to go crazy in the first half and them opposition just surprising him. He's sort of steady. Let me work these guys out, and I'll tell you at half time what you're going to do second half. Fair play to him. It's worked. We're top of the league, and I think he's done that the right way. I think now we've got the second half of the season. Like, he's played Ipswich already. I think we might see something different tomorrow. Yeah. Where we sort of go out them first fast, because for me, Ipswich, they're a good team, but look, last week they lost 6-0 at home, man.
They got battered, bro. They
got battered. And I'm thinking, come on, man. Like, we have to beat these guys tomorrow, like, big time. I'm not taking no mercenaries tomorrow. I'm like, lads, and it's like, if I was giving the team talk, I'm like, lads, listen, we've got a game against PSV Wednesday. Yeah. Get this job done quick so I can bring off. Yeah. For me, Salah, even Virgil, play a back 3 with Endo in there. With Kwanzaa. Why not? Like, I think these are the type of games where I don't really worry about. I think I know what it is. Some people were worried about the Brentford game away. Ooh, a bit. Brentford are a good team, don't get me wrong, but we're better. And I think tomorrow is another type of game where I'm like, yo, we're going to win this. Yeah. Instead of me thinking, ooh, could be dodgy. That 6-0 just showed me everything I needed to know. Yeah. I was like, come on, man. You can't lose 6-0 at home to these guys. Man City, of all teams as well. Yeah, they're great, but they got battered 4-2 against PSG the other night.
And they were 2-0 up.
And they were 2-0 up. Come on. Crazy.
It looks like Ravi's not happy, man. Slot and the rest of these clowns should concentrate on making Liverpool great, not trying to be the new next this and that. LOL. Smell me. No. Everybody's saying calm to Ravi. Ravi's cool, guys. Ravi's cool. Don't worry about it. Just my opinion. I can't warm to Slot. I am sure he's good manager. Yes, we are top of the league, Champions League, but long term, with how we are doing things, long term ain't gonna be sustainable. I honestly think Ravi, he walked into a great team. If you ask my opinion and JK's opinion, and he took it to the next level, which is more consistency in being at the top, not dropping on and off. You know what I mean, JK?
Mm-hmm.
Normally with Klopp, we drop on, like we go top, we come back down, we go top, we come back down.
Yeah.
With Arne, he kept us there since the beginning of the season. We've been up there. We haven't dropped off at all. So you got to commend him for that. And as I said in the beginning, I'd rather have a head coach than a manager, because head coaches concentrates on the team, and it's working. The thing is, I've always said it as well. What I've always said is you can't judge a manager if he hasn't made he hasn't got his own players in as well. So he's doing this with another manager's players. It shows the quality of the manager, because if he gets his own players in, can you imagine that take his instructions? Because you know why you buy players? Because you buy the players that understand the way you play. If you know what I mean, guys. And, he hasn't done that, but he's already working with a team that's not his, and he's doing this. Imagine when he gets his own players in, what levels we could be at. Because I don't think people look into that. I think people just look at the negative side and thinking like he's not playing like Klopp, 100 miles per hour football, tiki taka. But he hasn't had a preseason with the first team this season, so he couldn't even implement his ideas. So as the season goes on, we are slowly warming to the Arne Slot way. But we're not playing the best football, and we're still top of the league. Can you imagine when we start playing the best football, like better than this, how frightening we can be? So you got to take it with that, guys. I think like we prejudge too quickly. I don't think take everything in and understand it more, if you know what I mean. So take it with a pinch of salt. Don't be negative in a kind of way like that will disrupt the team. Just if the team is top of the league and top of the Champions League, and they're convincingly there's no by accident or anything like that, you got to give them the credit they deserve. I don't think there's anything wrong like what they're doing. I think they've been phenomenal, man. And it's not undeserved, is it, JK? It's not undeserved where they're at right now.
Yeah, isn't it? Like for me, if we started the season, you told me this is happening right now, and we're in January, I'd be like, ooh, okay, interesting. I could understand what Ravi and FPV LFC says about Slot warming to him and stuff. What it is, like Klopp's energy, his personality is very warming. Like, come on, give me a hug. Where with Slot, you probably shake his hand, if you know what I mean. His personality is in football. That's why I love football as well. With managers, like, not all managers are the same. Yeah. So for me, I think Slot, it could have gone pear-shaped for him.
Oh yeah.
He could have been gone. He could have been gone already. Let's be serious now. I've seen managers go after 4 games. De Boer at Crystal Palace, he was gone after 4 games. Yeah. And that's the modern day football world right now. Managers back in the days, after 2 years minimum. And with social media and everything, fans moaning 24/7. The clubs are looking at this saying, oh, the fans ain't happy right now with Slot. We're 5th and we're pretty far away from, we're out the FA Cup and the League Cup, Champions League, we're not qualifying for the next round. Fans will be going crazy. But what we've got right now is we're on top of the world right now. And it's Slot who's got us there with, and he said it himself, with Klopp's players. He said enough times in press conferences, thank you for Jurgen, for the players he left me. Like, yo, come on. That as soon as he said that, I sort of warmed to him more. Yeah. So I realized, okay, this guy, he appreciates that.
You're spot on. Like sometimes you got to let things go, innit? My favorite manager growing up was Kenny when he managed us in the first stint when he was a player manager. Still the only player manager that actually won the league, guys. Just to let you know. When he left, it was a travesty, man. I thought it's the end, innit? Imagine if Kenny stayed, would Man United be as strong as they were? I don't think so. I don't think he would be in a job still. You know what I mean? He got saved in the FA Cup by Robbins, a guy called Robbins who plays for
Yeah, Matt Robbins, manager of commentary.
That's what you got to look at. Football is about when it's meant to be. I think Klopp leaving was meant to be. That's what's supposed to happen at the time. And yes, we miss him. Yes, he's the one who brought us back to the glory days again. But if he doesn't want to stay, it's his decision. You know what I mean? So us clinging on to Klopp still, it's not the way, guys. I'm telling you, mate. Like, if you don't move on past that, you're going to be still stuck with that. And the negativity will always be in your head. You know what I mean? Thinking about Klopp being a manager still. So just let that go. Let that go. It's Arne Slot's time now. The guy coming, he hasn't done nothing wrong. He's more happier than every other Liverpool fan for some reason to be coaching Liverpool. I mean, and he's taken us to places that we want to be. So, and not even playing the best football, like I said earlier. So just relax. Let's see where we go. I've always said it. Judge a team at the end of the season. Don't ever judge them, midway through the season or at the beginning, because you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. A team can be slow burners. They could start slow and then go be the best. But with us, for some reason, we've been the best from day one, and we're still continuing. With the limited resources, don't forget that he's not getting the backing that he deserves from the ownership either. We saw the ownership yesterday, guys, the financial side that's been exposed by these guys. Everybody was telling me, no, they put money back into the team. They don't, man. They're thieves like everybody else. You know what I mean? They're businessmen. That's what they do. But yeah, like I said, he has signed one player this summer, and that player hasn't even started, but still doing what he's doing. Just give the guy a chance, man. That's Liverpool fans. We've always been like the LJK Liverpool fans. We've always been giving managers chances. Even Roy Hodgson, we gave him a chance. I bought tickets watching Roy Hodgson team, guys. Come on, man.
And the thing is, what people don't also understand is this. In the 9 years Klopp was with us, that guy was buying players for 30 million. That's about it. That was his sort of thing. Yeah, we got Virgil and Alisson in for big money, but we were very sort of tight towards him. Yeah. And the things happening with Slot as well, that guy has brought no one in. Okay, in 2 windows now. We had the window in the summer. We've got this window right now. Yeah. There is no way we could moan at Slot. Why? He hasn't been backed in 2 windows now. This is going to be. Klopp never got back by that midfield sort of turnover thing we did with Szoboszlai, McAllister, because we had to. We had no other choice. Exactly. But other than that, so the owners have, with that money ball sort of flow, are really gambling with success this year. I said last night, we need 2 guys in.
Yeah.
Because if Kwanzaa's not available now and Kanate is not really 100%, that means we're going to play Endo at centre back tomorrow with Virgil. You know what I mean? That's the sort of level we're at right now. I just think we need another pair of legs in the midfield. Some tough guy. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hard, but in January, we buy good players. Yeah. We have done.
Spot on, brother. Anton says, yeah, man, Ozzy is sick. He knows he's tough. Yeah. He wants you guys on anyway, guys. So prepare for him calling you guys in, man. Yeah, there's his channel, people. Please go subscribe to him. Please, understand where me and Jake are coming from. The more you go on people's chat, especially the people who are not in the mainstream that don't look for glory, we just want to talk about football, the more it helps us come back on a regular basis. So please.
No agendas.
No agendas, man. No agendas FC.
Yeah, man.
Fans. That's what we are. No offense to the other guys. Good luck to whatever they want to do. We're on our side, which is different. And I like that. Ozzy, yeah, that's his channel, guys. Please go and subscribe to him. Take that link and go to his channel, subscribe to him, man. And JK is gonna put 12 man and Irishman on here as well. So please, yeah. Fozzy, I'm interested to see what we are not going to do with the 46 million we have accumulated so far this season before playing a knockout fixture in the Champions League. Yeah, we're not gonna do it. It's gonna go to their pocket, isn't it? They got a basketball team to buy in it, so that's what they're doing, man.
Every penny counts, you know what I'm saying? So they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, man.
My G. Yeah, Anton, we're gonna do shows together, all of us, bro. So get ready, man. We're gonna do some chat shows with all of us. We need to do that game, man. The panel show. We need that back. We need that back, man. 12 man is the man. You guys, when you guys have your little debates, is the best, man. I need to see that again. That was brilliant. I love 12 man. Yeah, all of us do, man. All of us.
We all do. This is actually happy birthday to 12th man today, actually.
Oh,
Whoa.
happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, 12th man.
Let's
Yeah,
put it.
today's his birthday, bro.
Is it, how old is he? Like 15? What is he, man?
I think 21, bro, I heard.
Let's not give it to him, man, because, you know, he deserves it, man. He deserves
He
it.
deserves it. Top lad. Top guy. And you know what I respect about him? This guy is waking up like 3 in the 4 in the morning to watch early kickoffs and stuff like that. We take it for granted, bro. 12:30, we're moaning it's an early kickoff. No. 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning's an early kickoff, bro. And he does it all the time. So fair play to him, man. Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, he deserves it, bro. He deserves all the success, man. All of you guys do, man. Because, you know, it's hard work. People don't understand how hard this is. This YouTube stuff is. It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy, man. There you go, man. Happy birthday, 12 man. That's for you if you're watching, bro. Let's see if you're watching, man. Happy birthday, brother. Hey, still a young man, man. He's a lucky guy, man. He's not as old as me yet.
Top guy.
Happy birthday, bro. Yeah, so with the chat, let me just go back to it and see where I was, because, you know, the chat is the most important thing in my opinion. These people, you know, put time out of their way to come and listen to us. You know what I mean, JK? Why don't we ever appreciate them? It's just,
bro, that's the world we live in. Like football clubs don't treat us guys as fans; they treat us as customers.
Man.
Yeah, man. And I think, like I always say this, back in the days when Sky Sports was the only outlet for sports news, we'd watch it and we were like, these guys are talking bullshit. We could do a better job than this. And what's happened is 10 years later, everyone's had that chance to do it. And I don't think they've done it the right way, but that's their choice, you know. We're not really, a lot of guys are sort of similar to like Sky Sports with certain comments and stuff like that. Us fans got to do it differently. We ain't really into agendas. Sky Sports, all them type of places, they've always got their agendas.
There's a reason Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher and them are doing YouTube nowadays. And I mean, they want to like wipe us off the face of the earth, don't they? They're doing YouTube all of a sudden. They're doing watch-alongs all of a sudden. The things they were laughing at before. Strange that, eh? Strange that.
Yeah.
I mean, something they didn't create, so they want to come on to our platforms and trying to push us out. You know what I'm saying? This is what they're trying to do, guys. That's why they do this overlap and all that stuff. Getting everyone in, speaking, all that stuff. No. They want to push you guys aside so you don't concentrate on your stuff anymore. That's what it is, man. We should just hit Ipswich from the start. Don't hold back instead of trying to slowly warm in the game, because we all know what slow starts have done to us. Yeah. We've got to start. We've got to start quick, bro. Got to start quick. I've got no doubt about that. What you just said, 100%. Start quick.
You know what you just said there, bro, is like, do I really want to hear what Jamie Carragher has to say about Liverpool?
Nope.
Tell you the truth, no. I went to Jamie Carragher's last game for Liverpool, actually. And I like Carragher them days. But since he's become a sort of presenter and stuff, I don't really want to listen to him, Gary Neville, no more. But Gary Neville is, for me, a top speaker. He knows what he's doing in that way, his voice, what he does, very good. But for me, his hate or his just like Nufrat is like this hate word, you know, like he hates Liverpool. And for me, he's on Sky Sports right now. And this is what I'm saying about Sky Sports. They are so anti-Liverpool that their main guy is pure anti-Liverpool. And he does it on screen and he don't give a damn.
Yeah, it's
like,
true.
Come on, man.
That's what frustrates me sometimes. Sometimes I come on YouTube like shouting about that. How often can we, like, how much more can we take as fans? Gary Neville blatantly making fun of us. You know what I mean? What he does is good at as well. He's
great.
He rises up other fans from other clubs to beat us as well. You know what I mean? So they could talk to their players to beat us and all that stuff.
There you go.
He always does that. Like, we don't notice what you're doing, bro. You don't want us to get to 20. We know that. You know what I'm saying? So you're riling up other fans so Liverpool can get beat. What kind of pundit is that? What happens to the neutral? Look at whether we like to say it or not, look at Andy Gray, who's Evertonian, you know what I mean? But he will still like talk about Liverpool in a positive way when he has to. But with this guy, man, it's too much, bro. That's too much on TV, and he's allowed to do it. That's what pisses me off.
There you go. He's allowed to do it, and for me, it's cringe. A little dig now and again, yeah, it looks cool, you know. But for me, even like Roy Keane, you can tell he don't like Liverpool, but he don't really go on about it all the time. Where I think Carragher and Neville, They're like Chaz and Dave, like, you know, like a pair of Muppets.
They
Like, you know, and I think with the knowledge they've got of the game, I don't think they really do it well. Like, they go to big conferences where you got all these sort of content creators also there, you know, all doing a show together, where you got Keane sitting there, Neville, Carragher on chairs, talking this, that, and the other. I'm thinking, look, man, 100 years from now, why ain't your voice being heard? Like realistically, I think too much respect is shown to these guys sometimes.
Yeah.
If I met Gary Neville in Los Angeles somewhere, I don't know, whatever, would I really be respectful to the guy? Thinking he's a bit of a prick, you know? But we're thinking, oh, he's famous. That's Gary Neville. Let's shake his hand and say, hi, how you doing? You know? That's human nature, bro. And I think sometimes these guys take the piss out of that.
Yeah, like you should not be like getting involved in something outside your platform. You know what I mean? Which is like being neutral, being professional in that environment. Do you know what I mean, JK? And that's what he does. You don't see Carragher doing that. Carragher's an idiot, but he doesn't do that, does he? Really? You don't see Roy Keane doing that. You don't see Richardson. Richards does that a lot for Man City. To be fair, he's always like putting them in a good place. Yeah, he annoys me sometimes. But
yeah, but he's got a comical side to him. He
yeah,
does it with a bit of you.
I mean, laugh for no reason. You know, that's what he does. Just laughs. You know.
Yeah. But Sturridge is cool. I like Sturridge on there. He's a bit more.
You can see they don't like him because he's more streetwise, isn't it? You can see they don't like him.
Yeah,
you can see Roy Keane sometimes looks at him. Really, you said that, man? Them and all that stuff. Yeah.
You know what? I've got no problem with Keane. I like Keane. I think when he talks, you want to hear what he says.
Yeah.
Where with Gary Neville, it's the total opposite. And they probably hate Liverpool the same, you know. But for me, Keane does it in the right way. He don't just do it like. And also, Neville don't want to see the number 20 for us.
Of course, that's the whole point, because he's part of that team that actually got there. So if we break that record, I guarantee you, once we break that record, hopefully, inshallah, we break that record, he ain't gonna speak the same anymore. I've got this feeling like he's doing it now because he's desperate.
He's desperate. Knock the nail on the head right there. He's desperate right now. Yeah, he's making phone calls and everything. I'm telling you, he's ringing up every fan content creator. Listen, today's show it ain't about
your players.
It ain't your team. It's today's like how we're gonna beat Liverpool at the weekend, like, you know. Oh yeah. Football is big, you know. This Man United. I think I've always said this. Man United hate us more than we hate them.
Yeah.
You know, even
you know what makes opposition fans angry? When you're quiet, you don't say anything. It riles them up, man. It makes them more angry. Why are they responding? Why do they always just accept our insults? Because we don't care. I mean, you can insult as much as you want. People will see you for who you are. If we don't say anything, it's the best way of life, because it angers you even more to do more stuff. So that's why I always say, just be quiet. Let them go mad about their stuff. And, we go on with our business, because that's how we used to do it back in the day. That's why Liverpool was on 18 titles and Man United was only in 7 in the old division. 7 titles Man United had, people. That's all they had until the Premier League started and the corruption shit started. I mean, so it shows how far Liverpool were and why they really hated, because we dominated this league. I mean, not many teams have ever done that, like be that distance from their rivals. Listen, there's a reason they hate Liverpool, because we're the only one that dominated this league for years and years and years and years, and Europe at the same time. Imagine that 6-year ban, like the ban, that team with John Barnes, what they could have done
what they could have done.
That was many say that was the best team Liverpool ever had. Imagine how many Champions League we'll be on right now. You know what I mean? We could be up there.
You go. No one really talks about that ban.
No, they don't. They don't.
I don't think they could do that now. That wouldn't happen now. There'd be too much noise from fans, social media and stuff. But in them days, they can get away with it. What you can do about it, and them saying, you know what, Liverpool ain't playing in Europe for the next few years. Us fans couldn't say nothing. Yeah, we could do protests and stuff, but they're going to do what they're going to do. And I think in the modern day, look at Man City. Realistically, they should be relegated to the 3rd division.
100%. There's no doubt about that.
But it's not going to happen.
No, it won't. In
the old days, it could have. In the old days, yeah, no problem. Relegate them. What they're going to do, you know. But now, not with social media. Social media is a big tool to sort of influence football.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So we'll have to see. But Liverpool, them years, they were banned. For me, there's a few more league titles and Champions League titles in there. No problem. Yeah.
That was our best team. A lot of people. If you look at a perfect Liverpool team, that was it. You know what I mean? If you had, you know, the defense, the goalkeeper, the defense, the midfield, and the attack, we had right through that team. Everybody played a part in their position, and that's how good that team was. If you know what I mean, guys. If you watch it back then, you know more. You know what I mean, we had flair, we had aggression, we had, you know, defensive stability. You know what I mean? Like we had a goalkeeper that was a clown, but he was good. You know what I mean? Brucey. You know what I mean? We had everything, man. We had everything in that team, and it's just unfortunate we was banned from Europe for 6 years. You know what I mean? And you know, like sometimes it's things like that, you know, that stops a team continuing success. You know what I mean? And that happened to us. But you know, life is like that sometimes. That's how it is. Yeah. But like, think about it like that way, guys. 6 years of no European football, and that was our best time. How many we could have been on right now, man? Crazy, absolutely crazy. Let's get back to this.
Ipswich was your first game in charge. I think back then there wasn't the expectation that you were going to win the Premier League. I think certainly outside the club there seems to be the expectation now that Liverpool are going to win the Premier League this season. So what difference do you see in your side now compared to that first game against Ipswich, if any at all?
No, not a lot, but the fact was that I only worked with 13 to 14 players for 1.5 weeks back then. So there's not been said about sometimes how difficult it is to come in the middle of a season and try to work with a new team with the schedule we are having. But to be fair, it maybe felt a bit the same for me because 12, 13, 14 players came in 1.5 weeks before the start of the season. And
there you go, people. I did tell you that. Like, if you're asking why aren't these players playing in a better way, is because he just told you that. I didn't watch this interview. I said this before the interview. Me and JK was talking about it. They had no preseason. Trent, Alisson. You know, there was a Euros and all that stuff. South American Cup that was being played. So, and some of them were injured. Don't forget as well. So 13 to 14 players didn't have a preseason with Arne Slot. So they didn't know what ideas he had. They didn't know like how to implement it, because you know when you have a month of training camp, it helps a lot. It helps a lot because you're going through everything that you're going to be doing in the new season, and he didn't have that opportunity with the team. Maybe this is why we probably didn't sign players as well, because he had to wait for these players. Yeah, but it shows. It clearly shows. Like, he hasn't spent a lot of time with these players. This is why you're not seeing the best football that you expect from obviously Arne Slot, as considering what you've seen in Feyenoord, which is tiki-taki football as well as defensive side and aggressive side as well. So yeah. With time it will be there. With time, all that will come together. In my opinion, you just have to wait. Be patient, man. Because I'd rather be in this position now. Because if you think about it, we ain't playing the best football. Imagine when we start playing the best football. No one can touch us, man. No one can touch us.
From that moment on, we only played games, so it's normal, I think, that we've improved compared to that game. Although, especially the second half performance was something that was quite similar to the performances I see currently.
With that in mind, how much do you think Ipswich will be a different proposition now that they've gotten used to life in this league a little bit and taken some big points off some top teams? Yeah,
they've done, and they've been a bit unlucky sometimes in the last moments of games. I think I've said this a few times recently that second half of the season is always more difficult than the first half because some teams strengthen themselves during the winter break. Some teams, of all the teams, not all of them, but many teams work with their manager for half a season, and that normally leads to that a team becomes better. And that's definitely the situation also for Ipswich, although they've made it really difficult for us already in the first game of the season. But I think it's fair to say that they've improved during the first half year. And that is also a compliment to Kieran McKenna, that he already made it really difficult for us in the first game. But I think the few games afterwards was more difficult for them. But then at a certain point they've become a very good team that makes it difficult for every team, except maybe the last game, which was an exception to the rule. And maybe that was because City was City again.
a word that keeps getting repeated.
What do you think of Ipswich, brother? Like in regards to like coming up with the same team and playing the same team that they come up with. Like they didn't sign enough Premier League proven players.
Yeah, could be their downfall. I think if they added like 2 or 3 older type of players who've played there before,
yeah,
it would have been better for them. They've got a few little ballers. They've got the guy from Aston Villa. Brian really likes him a lot. Philogy, something like this. Philogy, is it?
Is it Hutchins? Is it something like Hutchins?
You got Hutchinson, you got him from Chelsea, and then you got they brought a new guy in from Villa.
What does he play?
He plays like a winger, I'm sure. But for me, Brian said he's like really good. He was at Hull City last season, smashed it. Philigi, his name is. He might be playing then tomorrow as well. So he's like one good player. But for me, Ipswich, I prefer them more than Norwich. I never liked Norwich because they're like Derby, Norwich, Ipswich. They're sort of rivals. Never liked Norwich. So I was always supporting Ipswich in them games, you know. Yeah, but Ipswich have been away from the Premier League. This is the first time I've seen them in years. Like, you know, a long time. Maybe they go back straight down.
Yeah.
Will they come back up next season? That's the question. And that's the only thing I could say. Manager looks good. Like, Man United were after this guy, but Man United were after every bloody manager. But this guy, because his name was mentioned quite strongly. Like, he was going to get that job.
Yeah, it was.
He was. And so he must have something in him.
I think with Carrick, wasn't he? He was assistant to Carrick when Carrick was a caretaker manager. As far as I'm aware.
Okay.
So he was already there at Man United before. It's just
yeah, they got the guy from Brighton as well.
He's got good ideas, you know what I mean, as a manager. But if you're coming up with a team that's been relegated, the team that's come up from the Championship, and expect them to stay in the Premier League, it's not going to work, man. It's very, very difficult, in my opinion, when you do things like that. You still need Premier League proven players to get you over the line, you know, to make you stay in the Premier League. I think he took that for granted. You know what I mean? I know like players got you up to the Premier League from the Championship, but the trust is good, but you still like got to think about yourself as a manager because you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know what I mean, JK? Because if you get relegated, you get sacked, you know, it's majority of the time. So if you're taking that risk, more times you get relegated. You know what I mean? If you just come up with the same team. I don't think they have enough Premier League proven players for them to stay up the season as well, bro. Getting smashed by Man City by 6-0, it's not a good thing because this is not the Man City of old. You know what I mean? This is the Man City that's struggling. That was 2-0 up against Paris Saint-Germain and lost 4-2. You know what I mean? So
playing Man United at home, lost 2-1. Like that don't happen to City, you know. Yeah, mad.
That's mad. I mean, and we they came to Anfield, we battered them. Although it was 2-0 win, but it should have been more with the Van Dijk headers that he missed and some of the Salah missed chances. But yeah, Ipswich doing good, but they could have done more, in my opinion, in the transfer.
Look, they beat Chelsea 2-0 at home the other week.
Yeah,
Chelsea
that was a couple of weeks before that. You know what I mean? But Chelsea are in transition, and I said that to everyone in the beginning, brother. Remember when people were saying to me Chelsea is going to be challenging for the title, and I started laughing at everybody. Mind you, they were experts at football. Apparently, they got big YouTube channels, most of them. And I said, how can you say Chelsea is a challenger when they don't even have a goalkeeper that's up to the standards? They don't have defenders that's up to the standards. The midfield's all right, you know what I mean? And they got a striker that misses a lot of chances, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Mr. Remember that guy who used to play for Aston Villa back in the day? Yeah, that's what he reminds me of, this Jackson guy.
Action Jackson.
Yeah.
Like 2 months ago.
Savo Milosevic, innit?
Milosevic from Villa. Yeah.
If you guys remember football back in the day, he used to play for Aston Villa and he used to miss a lot. So they started naming him Savo Misalovic.
Oh, hey, funny man. Yeah, Chelsea for me, I was asked about 2 months ago. And that's the media at work there. All these sports channels, Chelsea. Are they the contenders to go against Liverpool? You know, like them sort of statements. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I am not worried about Chelsea. And I was like, come on, man.
None of us.
Why? Because they've got the same problem what you said about Ipswich. They ain't got enough players in that team who are Premiership proven.
To me, it's an insult to the rest of us, you know, at the top when you're saying Chelsea are title challenges with the goalkeepers that they have and the defense that they have. You know what I'm saying? Sanchez in goal, mate, is one of the worst. You think Onana is the worst, but this Sanchez guy is like David James. It's like a second coming of David James, man. I'm telling you guys, like the mistakes he makes, it's like a baby mistakes. It's not even like a mistakes that you could say, you know what, you could have done better. You know what I mean? It's just like a baby mistakes, like amateur mistakes, man. And if that's the kind of person you're saying should be in goal to challenge for titles, then you know you're not watching the right game, in my opinion.
And they're playing City tomorrow away,
Ooh,
Chelsea.
That's a good game. That's a good game. I'm looking into that. I think we scored too early. Then shut up shop and game management. Yeah, like Slot has made us do a couple of times this season. That's the main thing I don't like about Slot. Maybe it's just me. Hey, listen, he's learning about the Premier League. You know what I mean? Me and JK discussed it. What was it? 2-3 streams ago when I said maybe his best option was as he was coming in as a manager to get in a Premier League proven coach with him. You know what I mean? Someone that knows the Premier League, a British coach next to him to show him, to guide him through the difficult games, and let him know what when the game is coming up, what's to come. You know what I mean? Because if you're coming in with your own coaches, don't get me wrong, he's done an impressive job anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're still top of the league and all that stuff, but it would have made let me just put it that way. It would have made his job easier if he had that experienced British coach next to him. Let me just put it that way.
And I also understand what FP is trying to say, but what it is, bro, is we're going to look at Slot like this in that way where if we in September told us where we're at right now without spending a dime, you'd be like, yo, Slot's like a second coming of, Paisley or whatever it is. You know, it's like, I always look at the bigger picture in football. Yeah. Slot came into a new country, new city, new way of life, different temperatures. Liverpool is a very windy city and stuff. Just like total different world. And what he's done is he's walked in and learned pretty quick. Like in the way he manages the game is the way he's managed Liverpool this season. First half, check the opposition out. Half time, have a little chin wag. Second half, let's beat them. And that's how he's done his sort of career with us. He sort of slowly sort of learnt not to talk too much about certain things. Yeah. And I think fair play to him, man. If he spent 150 million in the summer and we were 7th right now and not in the Champions League table, right at the top end, we'd be moaning, bro.
Yeah, like, it's amazing, isn't it? Arsenal spent almost 100 million, but nobody's saying much about them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Arteta gets away with it, but there's a lot of Arsenal
5 years
fans.
in the job as well. 5 years. This is the most embarrassing thing for Arsenal, guys. If Liverpool win the league, in his first season, Arteta should be sacked because look at the amount of years and the amount of money he spent. He should be gone. Let's just be realistic here, man. But listen, with Arne, I'm impressed. I know a lot of you aren't, like you're saying over here. Slot isn't all that. Honestly, a club set him up. I disagree with that, to be honest, Pete. I think our nostalgia sometimes overtakes us, you know what I mean? And thinking about the good old days doesn't make you look forward to the current days and the future, if you know what I mean. And this is what I see from our fan base at the moment, where we're too drawn in the past. Believe me, I know how that feels because I used to be like that. When I was waiting in the 30 years, I used to think about, like, look at the great days we used to have. But sometimes you got to move away from it, because if you're stuck with the old days, you're not going to move on to the future, if you know what I mean. Klopp is never coming back, guys. Let me just put it that way. Even if he comes back one day, it ain't going to be the same as the first time because that's how football is. Look at Robbie Fowler. He came back, wasn't the same player that was before that. Look at Ian Rush, came back. It wasn't the same Ian Rush that came before that. So, just let it go, man. Enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy the ride. I guarantee you, if Liverpool win the league at the end of the season, or Champions League, whichever one, you guys will be in the parade at the end of the season at Liverpool. We're all going if it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because I've never experienced it.
And the thing is, quickly about FP's comment there, that's the way a club should be run, where a guy leaves his job, but leaves the club in a situation where the top players are still there. Yeah. And he's brought in youth players, Bradley, Kwanzaa, all these type of guys for the future. For me, Klopp couldn't have done it any better the way he left the club in that way. And Slot, and that's the way a club should be run. Slot's thinking, you know what a squad I've got right there. All right. You know, I've got Virgil van Dijk, the captain of my country. I've got Gravenberch, who's not really shined yet. Let's see what he's all about. Gakpo, top scorer at the Euros. So he was lucky in that way, but that's the way it should be in my eyes. I'm so happy Klopp didn't just leave us with 7th, 8th position, no Champions League, whatever, you know, just in turmoil. The way Chelsea, United, look at Chelsea United since Ferguson left. They have not done nothing. And the way Klopp left us was the perfect way to leave a club, even though I didn't like the way they sort of treated him to leave the club. That's the beauty of Klopp. Klopp, even though I reckon the club treated him a bit of in a bad way, like you gotta tell the world you're leaving. Edwards walks in 2 days later. You know, Slot's at third annoyed. I'm going to be the new Liverpool manager. So all that was going on, and Klopp left us in a healthy situation, and that's the way a top club like Liverpool should be handled. Slot, lucky days, happy days. I'm so happy for Slot because it could have gone all pear-shaped.
100%, bro. No doubt about that. One game at a time, yes, brother. One game at a time. Klopp left because of FSG. Everybody knows.
My opinion as well.
VVD Allison was Coutinho's money. Yeah, we know that. 100%. I agree with that. It's not fair on Slot. You never walk alone on our mantra. So then, Endo would do a job in centre-back role. He did it in the League Cup. He did his bit. But is he a long-term centre-back?
No.
My thinking is, how long are we going to keep rinsing the last of
Klopp,
because these players, especially the older crew, ain't getting any younger. I said it in the beginning, Ravi. He hasn't had an opportunity to sign his own players, so it's gonna take him a while if it's gonna happen for him to sign players. You know what I mean? They haven't. If you look at other clubs, they organize their transfers, don't they, JK? Us, it's just a surprise. You know what I mean, when the transfer happens. So I know what you're saying, Ravi, but I'm sure they have a plan in place to move on players and bring new players in eventually. I'm sure. You can't be that stupid. You can't be that naive.
Yeah, like the midfield revamp where we've got McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Endo in. We need that maybe again soon. But I understand what his frustrations are in that way, even with Steve. Like, I'm on his sort of flow in that way of the owners gambling too much on what we have instead of securing what we have, if you understand my point there.
Yeah.
Money ball is a gamble. It can work. You know, of course it can work. But for me, it gets to a point where you've got to just make a few moves to make sure it works. And right now, for me, the last week of the transfer window coming up, bring a guy in. That will give the players a bit of a boost. Like Virgil and Selassie is another top midfielder coming in right now. They're going to be like, yeah. You know, and we ain't even sort their contract talk out, you know, them sort of things are going on as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm just happy to get the 3 points. That's what football's all about. 3 points, nothing else. Everything else is just soap opera, you know.
Yeah, because I think we're stressing out too much about FSG. As long as they hear these things are going to happen, people, even if they do something good at the end of it, like if they buy you players in the summer and now, they're not going to change. You know what I mean? They're going to give you that little bit of hope and then take it back again. That's what they're going to do. You know what I mean? So until they leave the football club, FSG is going to be FSG. Nothing's going to change. Please understand where I'm coming from, people. Because I think a lot of our fan base, they think if they do something like signing 4 or 5 players in the summer, FSG's changed. No, it doesn't happen like that. It's because you, as a fan base, have complained about it and want more from their football club. That's why they only work in moments. You know what I mean? It's when you come out and share your concerns. As soon as that disappears, they go back to normality. As long as FSG is still here, Liverpool is going to be Liverpool that we see right now. It's never going to change, man. We're going to be doing some miraculous things on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? Unexpected title challenge, unexpected Champions League challenge. That's what happens at Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? But I don't want to go on with the press conference, bro, because we know what's happening, obviously, with the Arne slot. Because I've got no time. I've got to go to work at night.
But for me, Edwards and Morgan, all their football knowledge, all their know-how about football, should think realistically. Let's separate. Just be a Liverpool fan for a day, Edwards and Morgan. Say, you know what? We need another pair of legs in that midfield.
Yeah.
Let's sort slot out. Let's talk to the owners. Let's get this done. Let's win this league. That's why you're here at the club for, Edwards, to make sure we bloody win. Exactly. You know, but we can't blame Edwards and Morgan straight away. Why? Because they're not given the purse.
No.
Say, hey guys,
they have to ask for it. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So,
yeah. Good point, Ravi. Yeah, that's from P. Slot keeps saying he needs to keep assessing he's had over 6 months to do that. Some people are slow burners, like I said earlier, bro. Like some people take time, and I can't really question.
I don't really understand that, Ravi, because, bro, look, if Slot right now is 6th, 7th, 8th position, I would understand your comment. The thing is, the guy is on top of the league in both. He's the top. We're the best team in Europe or in the world right now.
The world, yeah.
If the season finished tomorrow, we're the best team in the world right now, bro.
Exactly.
Like, you cannot get any better than that. But for me, a season don't finish in January, it finishes in May. So I understand that part of it. And that's where the club step in and say, hey, here's 2 sets of pair of legs to help you get, so we can get what we've got right now in January, in May. Because I remember last season we fucked it up. Yeah. So we don't want to do that again. You understand my point there? That's what frustrates me with these owners. They don't learn from mistakes. Last season, Klopp should have left the Premier League with a league title under his arms. I don't care what anyone says to me. We didn't do it. Why? Because the owners in January, when Endo got injured, we had nada in front.
I don't know what it is with you guys in the chat here. Why are you so angry, man? Just relax. Fuck's sakes, man. It's like we're at the bottom of the league, man. I love you all. You guys are my people, but come on, man. Just relax. I hate to see us when we're at the bottom if you're gonna keep bloody, disrespecting people. Bloody hell. Disrespect is real. Yes, Gene. Yes, Gene. It's true. It's madness. Liverpool need to be 2-0 up in the first half. Yeah. We need a comfortable win. Yes, about time we get one. Big up, Steve. Big up, brother. Big up, brother. Big up, bro. Big up as always, man. You're always supportive, man. Appreciate that, brother. Where is it? We need a comfortable win, of course. Then he'll want us to protect the score, game manage. Yeah, I'm happy with what I see. Do we have to improve in games? Yes, I agree with that as well. DJ Studge, great pundit. Sturridge, of course. FA Cup are corrupt. FA are corrupt. Yeah, they've been corrupt for years, brother. This is why Man City is not getting any, convictions at the moment. This is why Man City get away with a lot of stuff. Think about it this way, guys. The likes of Everton and who else was it that got charged last season? JK, Everton and someone else, wasn't it? It wasn't just Everton.
I think it was just Everton, but Leicester and Forest have been sort of charged as well.
Forest. Yeah. They got charged. We're still waiting for Man City. It says a lot, doesn't it? Love you, Fozzy. Yeah. Big up, bro. Chiesa must start. It has to start at some point, bro. Big up, Mr. Batred. What's this? Who's this?
Oh, yeah. Ipswich new signings. The signings. Yeah.
This season for the Premier League. Okay.
They got the guy from Brighton and Cisco, who's meant to be really good. Then they got Philaghi, who's meant to be really good. And Hutchinson's, he's pretty good.
He's good. I like Hutchinson. Just with Hutchinson at the moment, guys, it's his final decisions that's letting him down. He's young, innit? So when he dribbles, he doesn't know the final pass or want to shoot or, do something that's at the ordinary, if you know what I mean, guys. That's what he needs to start thinking about when he does the good things. But he's young. Eventually, he'll get used to that. Don't worry about that.
Is he on loan from Chelsea or did they buy him from Chelsea?
I think they bought him, I'm sure they bought him. Just got to watch out for them on the break. We just need to be steady. We get the points tomorrow. Yeah, on the break they will be strong. I know that because they got pace like Delap. They got Hutchinson, as we spoke about, and I think there's another player JK talked about as well. We just got to watch out for that, guys. We've got to be defensively better. And some of the things I said before was the issue that we have sometimes is defensive awareness. We don't know what's behind us or around us. You know what I mean? We don't scan areas before the ball is being played. This is why we concede goals sometimes, because if you look at our defenders, they're watching the ball, but they don't look around. If there's a player next to them that's going to get through on goal and score a goal. You know what I mean? Prime example, the Woods goal for Nottingham Forest the other day. So, yeah.
Oh, that goal
awareness is very, very important. But go on, bro.
Yeah, that goal against Forest, like, respect to Wood, he's scoring goals, don't get me wrong. But why are you letting him? I don't view him as a good player. He's all right, man, you know what I mean? He's not just top class, you know what I'm saying? But he's just, how did we let him score that goal? And for me, it was just the defending. Look at the Champions League games. We've let in 2 goals in 7 games.
Look at that. Look at
why?
That.
Because of the pace and the speed of that competition and the speed of the Premier League. Premier League is like rampant. There's no, like, you're going to concede goals. Why? Because the game is just fucking crazy. But in Europe, it's a bit more steady. I think we play better in Europe as well, defensively as well. It's just strange.
100%, bro. Bro, let's do the starting lineup. Then we're out of here. Got to prepare for work. Goalkeeper, obviously, the best in the world. The best in the world. CM Punk. The goalkeeper, obviously, is Alisson. Right back, same.
Trent. Yeah, Trent.
Centre back, same.
I'm going Kwanzaa and Virgil.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
You read my mind, brother. You read my mind. Left back.
Ooh, I'm going Tsimikas.
Me too. I've had enough. The criticism towards Robertson. Sorry, keeping it. Why am I saying Robinson, man? I don't want him. The double pivot.
I will go Gravenberch and McAllister.
The usual, yeah.
Yeah, the usual.
Do you think, like, with McAllister, people don't mention him because he's under the radar? Like, the guy, like, is doing some outstanding job for the team. You know, like, what people don't understand. Let me drink water, man.
Yeah, he's undercover. One of my favorite Liverpool players.
What people don't understand is, guys, like, if you look at the McAllister and Gravenberch, yeah, people think it's Gravenberch that's always doing this. You know what I mean? And the McAllister does that. You could be, listen, you're completely wrong. It depends on the game. What I've noticed about Liverpool, it depends on the game. If it's a high intensity game, Gravenberch goes the other way and McAllister sits in. This is what they do sometimes. They swap positions. Sorry, I don't know what's going on there. Sometimes Gravenberch, what the heck is going on? Apologies. Sometimes Gravenberch goes here and McAllister goes here. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying they're switching positions, but I'm trying to give you the arrows, how they swap. Because everybody thinks Gravenberch is always the ones who sits in and be the defensive midfielder, but he's not. Sometimes they swap. Sometimes they actually swap. It depends on the game as well. If you look at the Old Trafford away game that we won by 3-0, Gravenberch was the most advanced player, and McAllister was a sitting player. If you look back at that game. A City game, similar thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. The way
McAllister, top player.
Each other is amazing. Well, go on, bro.
Yeah, for me, McAllister is part of the midfield that's top of the league, top of the Champions League. Him, Gravenberch, say Szoboszlai, Jones, whoever it is.
Yeah.
McAllister undercover is a fighter. You look at the challenges he's made, leg breakers.
Oh.
Like, he could break his leg so many times for this club, but people don't even understand that. Like, this guy gets stuck in. He's an old school Steven Gerrard type of gets crunched, gets stuck in, gets like, I want to win this game. He's from Argentina, bro, and that's how they play football down there. But this guy,
Irish blood, mate. Irish blood.
Irish, Argentinian blood. He gets stuck in, and he don't care if he gets hurt. That's the type of players you want in your football team. You don't want pansies in there who are just sort of putting their foot in, but still getting 150 grand a week. Yeah. McAllister earns his dough.
100%, bro. What do you think of Szoboszlai, bro?
He's sort of resurrected his career in that Tottenham 6-3 game.
Yeah.
Since that day, his energy's changed, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him play now.
Do you prefer him or Harvey Elliott there at the moment? Like, when are you gonna starting Harvey Elliott? To be fair, mate. Like,
that's the thing with Harvey Elliott. Like, I love his attitude. Top player, man. He's been involved in the last few games and done something. He even scored the winner the other day.
Yeah.
Even though it was a deflection. Yeah, that's weird, man. The way they give goals that are deflections, like big time, they're like, yeah, he scored it. Okay, cool. But for me, Harvey Elliott, would I start him tomorrow? That's the question now. So we've got McAllister and Gravenberch there. Do we play Elliott or Szoboszlai? I think Szoboszlai, put Elliott on the bench.
Okay. Left wing? Who's your favorite?
Gakpo.
So you're not going to start Chiesa still, yeah?
No.
Let
Let's go Gakpo.
me ask you a question then. When are you going to feel comfortable with starting Chiesa? How long? Like,
I would say Wednesday, PSV away.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll do the Denzel. All right.
All right. That's what you see, man.
All right.
Denzel, what a guy, man.
What an actor, man.
Yeah.
Striker. Who's your striker for him?
Darwin Núñez.
Why? Why Darwin, man? Why not Diaz?
I think Diaz he was a bit hurt or something. That's what I heard after the game. Him and Jones. So, like, Jones is definitely out. Diaz, I'm not sure. So, I'd probably bring Diaz on if we get the lead.
Yeah.
I'd bring him on. Why? Because he's the best at keeping the ball, retention. He's one of the best in the business, bro. Trying to get the ball off Diaz, it's impossible. Like, he can hold the ball for 10 seconds and in that time we sorted our sort of system, our formation out again. And that's why for me, Diaz, the only thing the problem I have with Diaz is this: he don't set up enough goals as a winger.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think he's a good little player, Diaz, in that way.
I agree, man. Ipswich get relegated. LSC should sign Delap, Hutchinson from them. Two classy young players. Yeah, I like both, but I don't know if Delap will suit the way we play up front. I'm an advocate for Alvarez of Man City, the ex-Man City player. I said it yesterday, and even Ozzy couldn't believe I came up with that suggestion. And he says, you know what? He suits us. You know what I mean? If you look at a player that suits Liverpool, is the Alvarez guy, if you know what I mean, man. 100%, man. Pep Guardiola is a checkbook manager. I don't know. Maybe. I would love to see him in an Everton team and see what he could do with them. Ed Sheeran FC. Yeah, it is. Give Chiesa 35 minutes in the second half. I agree, Ravi. I agree.
Yeah.
Pep is a checkbook manager. He has been out. Then he goes into the market this month and spends 200 million to cover it up. Of course, man. He's getting divorced as well, guys. You know what I mean? That's why he doesn't like himself anymore. You know what I mean?
He don't look right, bro. And I think that sort of energy he's probably had around the club, it's not got the players sort of united. Like Pep Guardiola, people don't understand how good a manager he is.
It's brilliant.
Like, he is, like, for me, one of my favorite ever. I actually like Pep Guardiola because why he's a winner.
Yeah.
But I love to see him at Everton, for example, and see what he can do. But if you work like Pep Guardiola is a bit of a dictator, but you got to be like that to win.
He's a serial winner, bro. He's a serial winner, man.
He's a winner, man. But for me, he spent over 250 million, $250 million on his defense alone.
Yeah, that's madness, man.
That's nuts. Come on.
Madness, man. Yeah. Nick says, big up Nick as always, brother. Appreciate that. That's why you're a mod, because you're a great guy, bro. Chelsea are not title challengers. They are finished. They are fighting for top 4. Yeah. They are fighting. I never said they were challengers. I stood my comments, because a lot of people outside my establishment here said it. You know what I mean? And I said no. I mean, you got to look at the long term, not the short term. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people.
That's what makes me laugh about Chelsea. Like, they've got so much money and so many people involved in the club. Why didn't their manager think, you know what, man? There's too many young guys in this team. Where's the Virgil van Dijk or the Mo Salah or that type of guy who's played 8 years in the Premier League? You can tell the other guys, hey, this is not what you do in a game, or experiences. Chelsea is a good example of not letting older players all leave. Maybe keep one or two.
Yeah.
So you can help them guys, you know. I think if Chelsea had a couple of more older heads in that squad, they might be in serious challenges. But for me, it's that they've done it the wrong way. Look at their team, Pedro Neto. They've got top players in there, but they've got no experience. None of them really win anything.
Yeah, 100%.
That's another thing.
Ian Walker is worse than David James. What? I don't know. I thought Ian Walker was slightly better than David James, to be fair, Ravi. David James
I would
just
say
a calamity, bro. Like in the important games, he just didn't show up. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was a bit like Jota. If you want to compare, not player wise, I'm talking about like off the pitch, computer games and all that stuff. That's what David James was. It was just a computer.
Bro, I seen David James about 3 months ago wearing a Manchester City t-shirt at Man City ground pre-game. I'm not sure who they were playing. I'm thinking, this guy was commentating on a Liverpool game the other day on LFC TV, you know, and I'm thinking, why is he wearing a Manchester City shirt?
He played for them, innit?
Yeah, he played for them. But bro, for me, David James, when you say David James, straight away you'd be like, oh, ex-Liverpool player. Yeah. You don't say, oh, ex-Man City player. Like, you shouldn't be wearing that shirt, bro. I was like, bro, you don't do that, man.
Most people predicted Liverpool to finish top 4 before the season started. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%, Nick. Me too. Me and Jake. What do you? You always say that they're gonna win the league, innit? You always say that, don't you?
Yeah, I always say it. Have to.
I hear Slot's, his wife and kids still live in Holland. That's how much sacrifice he's made, brother. I mean, this guy just to concentrate on your football club. He left his wife and kids at home. You know what I mean? So just to focus on football only. And that's what he's been doing this season, of course. Yeah, congratulations to him, mate. I mean, I like that. I like a serious head coach, man. I really like that. With Darwin, bro, have you got any doubts to starting him, or do you just want him to build up on that confidence with the 2 goals that he scored? He scored a disallowed goal the other day as well.
Yeah, I want Darwin to play because at the end of the day, bro, if you feed him, he'll score. Bradley could have played a square ball to him the other night. Same as Trent did last week where he got his goal against Brentford. But he didn't do it. He took a shot instead, Bradley. Square ball, bang, he's got his another goal right there. Feed the guy.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's going to be here at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But I'd rather him leave with him scoring. I like Darwin Núñez. Never really caused any drama, even though he should be pissed off a lot, like, why ain't I bloody playing, you know? He ain't doing nothing like that. Maybe with Uruguay, he has a little bit of drama on that, but that's a different sort of thing to Liverpool, you know?
It's not our business. It's not our business,
Yeah, it's not our business. What he does there is that's with that team, you know? But I want him to score for Uruguay. Why? Because then he can bring that form into the Premier League with us, you know? But for me, I like Darwin Núñez. With the right sort of... If I'm playing... if I was a manager of a football team, I would play with a 10 who would feed Darwin Núñez non-stop. 3 balls... Like, what I like about Darwin, he knows how to run through, like him and Salah. Salah plays better when Darwin plays on the pitch. I just feel it feels more free. Why? Because Darwin is running left, right, up, top, bang, bang, sacrificing his goals and assists or whatever it is, and Salah shines. So that's football sometimes.
Spot on. Ravi says, I'm not stuck in the past. Just need Liverpool as a whole to do better and demand more. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, demand more signings. Yeah, that's one thing.
I'm not saying about you, Ravi, specifically, but I'm talking about just in general, some of our fan base. I still talking about the Jurgen Klopp era, and I think we need to move on from that. That's what I meant, bro. That's what I meant.
I'm Klopp's #1 fan. Love Jurgen Klopp. But he's not here no more. But he left us in the right sort of situation with the players, youth players coming in, who we all sold in the summer. Did you notice that? Klopp brings them to the table to eat, show a few of the players at the end of the season, last season. Most of them guys are gone, bro. And Bajcetic and Clark were on the subs bench for Salzburg in the Champions League the other night. So...
Yeah, so you're spot on. You're spot on, Jackie. You're spot on, bro. let's get to another thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%, bro. I know what you mean. Listen, I've always said it. Share your concerns on the comment section, guys. I don't care if it's, positive, in the middle, negative. We're still going to have that debate no matter what, anyway. And I'm never going to take it to heart. I'm not that type of person. JK is not that type of person. Look at the disagreements we had since we've been on. But we rectified it in a sort of way we both understand our own point of views. That's what it's all about. That's my point. He set us up for the next manager to thrive. That's what it's all about. Some people are selfish, like Ferguson. Ferguson is the most selfish manager in the history of the Premier League. That's why when people talk about him and Bob Paisley, look at the time Bob Paisley was at Liverpool and look at the time Ferguson was at Man United. How can you, especially the stat-driven days and all this stuff in the modern day, how can you say Bob Paisley is lower than Ferguson? It doesn't make any sense, if you know what I mean, guys.
Mm-hmm. It was Paisley's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday. Yep.
Is it 9 years, 18 titles or something like that? Not obviously titles, I'm talking about trophies. That's madness, guys. In 9 years, back-to-back Champions Leagues or European Cups, and about 6 league titles. That's in 9 years, and you're telling me
9 years, man. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Madness, man. Absolute madness.
For me, he's the greatest ever manager when you look at it.
Stats, because it's stat-driven days, isn't it? This is what it is nowadays. How can you compare the two? It doesn't make any sense. Ferguson won the Champions League in a span of 10 years apart, and not only that, he wasn't even convincing in those finals. JK, they didn't really deserve to win those finals.
Bayern last second.
Bayern battering them. They hit the post, the cross, everything, and then they scored in the last few minutes of the game. And you look at the Chelsea final, that dickhead John Terry came on and slipped over. So and they won on
Pep Guardiola only won 1 Champions League with Man City, bro.
Exactly, bro.
No one really talks about that, do they? Have you noticed?
No.
And look how long he's been there. A long time.
It's always disrespect towards Liverpool Football Club, man. It's annoying. It really annoys me that. Steve says one of the big factors Arne joining LFC was the squad Klopp has left him. Yeah,
100%.
Everybody. Exactly. Yeah. Endo as a emergency centre back against poor teams works, but Endo against Madrid in the Champions League or against the top EPL teams, he will struggle. Yeah. Listen, bro, power and pace. With this Delap guy up front, you get ruined, man. JK is right. A quality number 6 gets signed now, and massive confidence boost to the whole squad, and rivals will be crying.
Exactly.
Spot on in that. It breeds confidence into the team. That's number 1, and number 2, we could rest players. For the other competitions. So the more fresh players that you have, the better off you'll be in the other games as well. Yeah. So, yeah, it's what we need, but I can't see any signings coming through, bro. I really don't. Exactly, JK. It's cool what we have. Just to stick off these guys. FSG. Yeah, FSG is just rubbish, man. Do you reckon Salah VVD have re-signed and the club is waiting for a proper time? What do you think about that, JK?
Yeah, they're the time merchants, these guys. They know when to drop a news article. They're the masters at it. So they probably might have got it all wrapped up. Yeah. And I said this last summer. I said, if we don't get these guys' contracts sorted, blah, 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 they will do it the last week of the transfer window in January, and those guys will forget about the DM we need to win the league. And it's as simple as that. And if they don't even pull off them contracts, then for me, these guys sort of need to go, because there are 2 objectives to do this January. 1, get a guy into running the midfield, or even a centre-back, if possible.
Yeah.
And get these contracts sorted. And they ain't done nothing. They ain't done nothing, man. Come on, man. There's guys who like FSG. That's their choice. And there's guys who don't like them. But when you look at, we're Liverpool Football Club.
Yeah.
And if you always want to be struggling and worrying, have we got enough energy? Have we got enough legs? Have we got enough this, that, and the other? It's not that you're not going to dominate for years.
Do you know what I say? Do you know what I say, bro? Like, if we lose the league this season, and the Champions League for that matter, if the fan base don't get angry and put something out there about the owners, I honestly say I don't think these fan base cares about Liverpool Football Club. I wholeheartedly I say that, because if you're not hurting, if that happens, then there's something wrong with you as a fan. I mean, because we've had the opportunity to win 2 trophies, and the squad depth could be the letdown towards that, because we're only a couple of injuries away from a disaster, guys. Remember that, yeah. Football is not a forgiving sport. Anything can happen during the season, you know what I mean? And we could regret it because we haven't made the right adequate replacements for them, you know what I mean? In the transfer windows, 2 transfer windows, by the way, not just 1, 2. So if we don't get what we're supposed to get this season, which is the league and possibly the Champions League, questions have to be asked and anger should be shared, because it's not fair that our football club is facing something like that when we had the perfect opportunity to win titles. This is the perfect moment, man. I mean, like, perfect moment. That's what it is. And we could have the potential of messing it up because of the negligence of the ownership that we have. And it worries me. It really, really worries me, man. Because, like, I've said it yesterday to Ozzy, I said it to JK yesterday on our stream. If we haven't signed players in January, like the 1st of January, 2nd of January, you know, etc., what chance have we got signing players right now? There ain't no chance. It's too late. We're at the end of the month. Near the end of the transfer window. I mean, you should have prepared yourself long ago. So, yeah.
That's Edwards is great, bro, don't you know? Edwards and Morgan, they're great. Mans were celebrating when they walked back in. I was thinking, why are these guys celebrating? These guys walking straight in. And they were trying to big up Edwards and stuff like that. Yeah, Edwards has done good in the past. This is now.
Yeah.
And if it weren't for Klopp, God knows how these players he bought for 30, 35 million, Mane, Salah, Bobby, would they have been that good? That's the question we've got to ask. If it weren't Klopp there and it was some other guy and these guys came in, Salah probably would have left the club by now. So there's a lot of things, and I think what it is, the gambling on Moneyball is a bit of a risk to play with a club of Liverpool status, especially when we're at the top right now. You know, it makes business sense. The amount of money you could make by winning the Premier League and Champions League, not just prize money. I'm on about advertising. You can charge extra 25% on what you normally charge.
Yeah.
Why? You're champions of England, you're champions of Europe. So there's money to be made there. And that's what frustrates me with these guys. They're so penny pinching. And that's the way a business should be run, because your cost shouldn't be as much as you bring in, you know, that you're losing money then. So I understand that. But you've got to dip in your pocket sometimes just to keep us securely focused on winning them 2 trophies. And whatever comes after that is money.
Yeah.
Would our club be worth 5-6 billion today if we didn't win that Champions League, that Premier League, and the FA Cups with Klopp? Klopp is, for me, the best business guy in the whole world. Why? He took something for 300 million, turned it into 5 billion. It took him a bit of time, but he did it.
He did it.
And the thanks he got was, make a video, you're leaving. Get the hell out of here, man.
Pack your bags and leave, as Bruce Lee used to say, yeah. Spot on. Fozzy talking cold hard facts on cheap broke FSG. You just got to tell the truth, innit? Yeah, FSG have no money but willing to buy Boston Celtics. Strange that, innit? Where are they getting that 6 billion from? I mean, is it from Liverpool Football Club? Nunes feeds off fans' energy. The Anfield crowd absolutely adores him, from what I see on the telly. Got him. Get him hyped up, obviously, tomorrow. Listen, I said it in the beginning of the stream. I watched Darwin against Lille. I was live. I just watched him thoroughly. I looked at what he was doing, like his movements and all that stuff. I feel bad for having a go at him because I don't think he gets enough service, because we've seen him when he gets service. Darwin thinking is the wrong way of going about things. Darwin, you know, hitting things straight away without thinking is the right way of going about it. So that's what he needs to do. When he's thinking, he's got problem, but when he's hitting the ball straight away, he's better at that. Yeah,
He didn't get fed. That's my opinion.
Mr. Red, you're spot on, bro. What you said that the crowd adore him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we love him, man.
Fergie is the worst. Anton says, my problem with Nunes is that he's not consistent at his job. Scoring goals, he has a lot of heart, but he's just not clinical in front of goal. It's just what I said just a minute ago, bro. Him thinking is the issue. But when he's not thinking, he can score goals, bro. And look at the 2 goals he scored against Brentford. He wasn't thinking. And that's the situation he has to be at. When he's outside
Newcastle.
the box,
Newcastle away, he didn't have to think. It was just him.
Yeah.
A good guy running behind him, the goalie. He didn't think. He knew it was just him to get the job done. Bang, goal. Bang, goal. In football, strikers, Haaland, positioning-wise, the best in the business. He knows where to be in that box in front of the goal. He's not on the halfway line or running up on the right wing and that. He's right in front of the goals. He's like, feed me. And he's the best at it. That's why he's focused on where shall I be if this team play we're doing right now don't work out. If it hits a post, where shall I be?
Yeah.
It's just like magnet. It's like, and that's what Darwin lacks. Stay in the box tomorrow. I want him to be staying in the box tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, like he did against Brentford, 2 goals in the box, bang, bang, no thinking about it. Just get it done, bro.
100%. Nunes' work rate is amazing, but he needs to be coached and told to operate between the 2 centre backs. When crosses come into the box, Nunes is mainly outside the box. That's the problem. I said that. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Steve. You're right, bro. You're spot on about that. So what Paisley Trophy haul over 9 years will never be matched by any manager. The disrespect is bad. It's madness, bro. I mean, it's madness, bro. Absolutely madness. Young midfield player number 6 called Stiller from Germany can be signed for under 30 million. FSG doing nothing. What do you think of this player? Because I'm sure you're in German, innit? So
yeah, he's at Stuttgart, doing pretty well. 30 million. That's probably that sort of thing. If you get for like 20 million, but for me, young, and he could like probably do a job. You know, bring him in. We're not going to bring anyone else in. Like for me, Tchouaméni from Real Madrid, he's always on the subs bench.
Yeah,
I looked at their teams over the Champions League games sometimes and just see what happened with him and Camavinga. Camavinga weren't even playing; he wasn't even in the squad, and Tchouaméni was still on the bench.
Yeah.
So, but I feel that sort of deal won't work out because of the Trent thing. They're going to think, we're not going to really let you have Tchouaméni if you're not going to sort us out with Trent coming out at the end of the season. So for me, there's too much drama involved in that move. But he's the type of guy you bring him in next to Gravenberch, bro. Ooh. Then you got a choice of delights in front of you. So Botzley, McAllister to play that 10, or Elliot, whoever.
Yeah.
You know, just that one guy, Tchouaméni, bring him in. He can do a job. I think he's been at Real Madrid for a while now.
Yeah.
And focus is important for footballers. You can be at a big club like Real Madrid. That's why that Turkish guy who's gone there, he played against us actually. He started against us as well.
On the right wing, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good little player. I watched him at the Euros and stuff like that. He's a good little player. Did he choose the right club? That's the question. Yeah. Odegaard, he went there. For me, I would love to have Odegaard at Liverpool. I think he's just made to play for Liverpool. Even though he supports Liverpool, Odegaard. But
well,
for me, Real Madrid,
wasn't he, when he was looking at a club to sign for?
Yeah, I think he came to us, didn't he? And then in that game against us,
with Gerrard and that, when he's before he joined.
He's a good little player, man.
JK, that's for you, brother. JK,
well,
taking money out of Liverpool through wages?
I would say like this: like none of us know the figures, but these guys will make money out of anything. It's just like nothing surprises me in the football world no more if they're doing that, because of the way everything's just more expensive. Football shirts, stuff like that. So these guys want to make money. You know, they're using Liverpool to make money. Yeah. Even though some guys say they don't take money out of the club, and I'm thinking, I don't know, man. Through wages, when we brought McAllister and all them guys, is because we got rid of a lot of guys that season.
Yes.
And their wages were higher than they're going to pay these new guys. Thank you.
You've killed
Lot
it.
of mercy. You know what I mean? So that's the way these guys move, man. These guys are very... Greed is not something I like.
Yeah.
I think greed is really it's like ugly. And when you are like, does John Henry know which formation he should play against Ipswich tomorrow? Like, let's be serious now. If you gave him a call,
he'll probably play 11 up front.
he's like, can Elton Becker play centre midfield? Like, does he play there? You know, like does he have any football knowledge?
No.
Because if he's a guy on top of this FSG mountain, he should be looking down at his team and thinking, you know what?
Like this.
Yeah, just like tweeting away, you know. But if he's a football guy, he would look at that team and think, you know what? I'm going to bring Chukwemeni in.
Yeah.
To play next to Gravenberch. You know, that's a football guy. And I don't think John Henry's that guy, bro.
No, yeah. He's got no clue, bro. But like he has got a clue about business, isn't it? And money. You know what I mean? How to screw people over. He knows about that. That's for sure. Foz is right. We are VVD, McAllister, Mo injury away from losing trophies. Yeah, man. People need to understand that, bro. We're away from like a couple of injuries away from a disaster, man. If FSG, go on, JK.
No, I was going to say, I know that. That's why I don't ever say that. Like, that fact.
You want to jinx it, yeah?
I just don't, you know what? I'm not going to say anything.
If FSG refused to sign quality players in the summer, January transfer window, when are they going to buy players then? That's a question mark, JK.
They're not buying no one. It's 3 windows now.
Spot on.
Like,
actually,
it's like 3 windows. It's just like, whoa. What are these guys actually doing, man? That's what football fans want. Like, signings are it's not good as a goal, you know, when you score the winner.
Yeah.
When, you know that feeling? You can't really describe it, but it's like the same sort of level. When you got a new player in, everyone's buzzing. Like, wow, we got this guy in. Like, imagine tomorrow we bring in Chukwemeni. No, like today, for example. Bro, going into tomorrow's game is going to be a party.
Yeah, 100%, mate. You know, all that doubts, all that frustrations, I don't think you're going to hear a lot of it.
Gone. Like, there'll be like me and Steve, whoever, we're not going to be moaning about the owners. We're like, you know what? They brought Chukwemeni in. That's okay for now. And that's not even with the contract situation sorted. These guys are getting away with murder in my eyes. Very professional in the way they get all these companies to come and advertise with us. Every week, Expedia, Google, this, that, blah, blah, bloody hell.
Yeah.
These guys are smashing it. But really, are they doing it for us? No, they're not. Sorry, they're not.
They're not, man. It's just for their interest, to be fair. That's why they're doing this. They're trying to do this multi-club. You know what I mean? They feed the club for Liverpool. So, you know, they buy these cheap players and they put them in the other club that they bought. They test them out. And then if they're good enough, they send them to Liverpool Football Club. So they don't have to buy players. It's a scam, guys. Everything is a scam. That's what it is. Cheap route to get to success. That's what they want. You know what I mean? And if you understand the multi-club way of thinking, that is it. This is why they want to get another football club. So they could buy cheap players, test them out in the other club. And then if they're good enough, they move them on to Liverpool. If they're not good enough, they just get rid of them. That's how it is. It's like money stays here.
But it's a good way to do it. But I don't want no club to be associated with our club.
Yes.
No. We're unique. We are Liverpool. We do not. That's one reason why I don't want these guys here no more. I don't want no clubs associated with us. Man City, I've got a few clubs associated with them.
Yeah. Because they're small club. Man City is a small club. It's not a big club. You know what I mean? Man City are desperate to be successful and you know, get there as quick as possible. Liverpool Football Club is already an institution. You know what I mean? We're one of the biggest clubs in the world. So we don't need that. You know what I mean? We just want... I'd rather have a ownership that just concentrates on my football club. Because, you know, when you got outside clubs like influences, it destroys the club that you're supporting. Because how can they spend money in every club at the same time? They can't. I mean, so you have to wait your time in order for them to spend on you. I can't do that, guys.
These guys already own that baseball team as well, you know. And
that's the number one club. That's the number one club, Jake. We're second to a baseball team. People are telling me why you're arguing. We're second to a baseball team, guys. Second. Liverpool Football Club, second to a baseball team, and you're telling me why am I always complaining about them? There you go, man.
And like guys from India don't talk about Red Sox. You know, guys in India talk about Liverpool Football Club. That's why Liverpool look like big time. Baseball teams are only for people who love baseball, really. Football's for everyone, if you understand my point. So Liverpool are a bigger, marketable sort of company, you know. You cannot run football in this modern day. I don't blame FSG. If everyone acted like FSG, and didn't spend 150 million on Argentinian footballer,
sustainability and all that stuff.
Yeah. If it was all equal, yeah, I think FSG are doing it the right way. But what it is, we're in a world where Chelsea have spent 1.4 billion, and they'll get in trouble maybe for that. But they've spent 1.4 billion in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And we're not even asking for 1.4 billion, bro. We're asking for 40 million.
Just to compete, mate. I mean, that's all we're asking for. You
just
know,
to secure.
Show a little ambition. That's all we're asking for at the end of the day.
I would say not compete. I would say secure. Yeah. Like we're competing. We're Liverpool. We always compete, bro. Even if we're not going to win it, we compete. But securing something is what we don't do.
Exactly.
Last year was the prime example of that. This year, it seems like the same sort of things going on. You know,
nothing's changed basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see Bavs versus Big Steve on the Big Six show? Steve was rattled. No, I don't watch that. So I haven't watched that for a while. Sorry, so I don't know. Moneyball method no longer works. Not even in baseball. Ask Red Sox supporters. Red Sox supporters, from what I've seen, they want them out anyway. So we're not the only one that's wrong about it. But if there's any money to be spent, they come first. We come second. That's how it is. Fozzy JK right about Nunes when he shoots instincts he scores. So when he had too much time to think, he misses. Yeah, that's the problem with him, brother. Thinking ain't his game. You know what I mean? And when he's like not thinking, is when he scores. And I've been saying that for a long time. Just let him score goals. Put balls in the box. Stop this inverted role by Trent. Let him put balls in the box, man. Only one player I want to replace Salah, Rodrigo from Madrid. He is so dangerous. He's quick as well, bro. Very quick, you know. Tchouaméni being offered to Chelsea in exchange for Fernandes. Good luck, man. That's madness.
That's madness. Don't go there, man.
Yeah. Who's this order?
Arda Güler, the Turkish lad from Real Madrid.
Oh, this is the one he's talking about, yeah?
Yeah, he's quality.
Arda, isn't it? Arda Güler, yeah?
Arda Güler, yeah, Turkish. Yeah. But I like
the
other Turkish guy.
Is he really that good, yeah? Is he really that good?
He's good, bro. Against us, he weren't great, but he's a good little player. He's 17, 18, bro. And then you got the other guy from Juventus, the Turkish guy who plays for them quite a lot.
Yeah.
Is it Kazan? He's really good. Them two are the main guys for Turkey right now. Like, they're really good. They're playing for big teams, Real Madrid and Juventus, you know. But Güler I think he will leave.
Yeah.
In the future, I'll be looking at him to bring him in. I think he's a good little player with a good coach. Yeah. Yildiz. Yeah.
That's his Yildiz, yeah?
Yeah, quality.
If we get into May with a lead of 7 to 8 points, we have one hand on the league titles. I agree, bro. I agree. Gene says, Fozzy, LRFC, of course, I read today that FSG have hired scouts for Europe, Scandinavia, and not South America. Thoughts? I don't even know. Like, why are you hiring scouts if you don't even spend? I don't understand. You know what I mean? I thought we already had scouts.
Yeah, I'm one in Germany, bro. You know what I mean? I'll send him a few names. Yeah, man. Look, I think the way they run the club is good, but it's not good enough. If you understand my point. Yeah, you want to buy players for 7 million from, say, Sweden, and he turns into a world beater. You know, that's the way to really actually do football. But it isn't the way football is run nowadays in the modern world. You've got to keep up with the Joneses sometimes.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand about this scout thing, because I thought we already had scouts. One of the biggest clubs in the world. They're telling me we just got scouts now that goes around the world. Oh man, but you know what's the point? We ain't gonna sign any players. I mean, We've been waiting for about 9 years to sign proper players on a consistent basis, but we haven't. FSG bring in Tchouameni and sign other quality players. Me, Fozzie, JK, FSG in fans. That's all we want from FSG, to sign quality players. Yeah, mate. Listen, if they play by the right way at Liverpool Football Club, me and JK and you, Steve, ain't gonna be mad about them. You know what I mean? We just want them to help the club out when we need help. That's all. That's all we need. You know what I mean? We're not asking for much. We're asking for something that should be done, automatically. I don't know how to say it, but it should be done anyway, straight away. You don't need to ask for things like that.
Same as the contracts. We didn't need to be talking about that bullshit for the last 6 months. Well, actually, last year has been, like, next season, they're all out of contract and stuff. Come on, man. Yeah. Why are we talking about that? I'm more bothered about Ipswich tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Steve says this squad is overachieved again with a small squad, just like previous seasons when we have got to the finishing line and failed due to lack of quality squad depth. Yeah, you're spot on, Steve. 100%. Just put it in the link, bro. Where can people find you? And if you want to get shout out some people on the link, man, go for it, brother.
Yeah, bro. Like for me, 12th man, happy birthday again. I'll be on his shows, Brian as well, Irishman. Yeah. So we'll be doing like a roll call show tomorrow before the game. So yeah, if you guys can catch us on there.
Big up, brother. As obviously I asked about Konate, we already spoke about that. Jones is injured. Jota still injured. Funny, that one. And obviously due to injury as well with Gomez. So we've got 3 injuries, guys, which is Jones, Jota, and Gomez. 3 important players, by the way. You know what I mean? The lack of depth, it shows straight there, man. Look at these players, guys. They will get into the first team all day long, these 3. All day long, these 3 could get into the first team, and they're never available. So bad, man. As you can see, guys, there you go. That's the channel you need to catch up with 12-man, Irishman, and JK as well. Sorry, let me just got here. JK, we need you. We need you. Have your video on, brother. Okay. Happy 50th birthday to 12-man. True, Don, you're evil, bro. You're one evil guy, brother. I got from after this year, I got 4 years till I'm 50, man. Oh man, I'm dreading it. Man. Can't keep listening to a thumbnail. Big up, Mr. Bat. Big up, brother. New to the channel. Thanks to of course Bajan Barnes, who's brilliant. Please go and subscribe to Bajan Barnes as well. If you haven't, you're missing out. Let me just put it that way. Time to sell Jota this summer. Offer him to West Ham and get Kudos. You know what? That's not a bad shout, to be fair, bro. That's not a bad shout at all. That's not a bad shout at all, man. Giving them Jota in return for Kudos. Why not, man? Why not? Because, Kudos is fully fit. You know what I mean? Kudos wants a big club. Why not, man? Why not? There's the Irishman's channel. Go and subscribe to that, please. There's JK's channel as well. If you want to listen to JK, probably you see a video of him.
I'll do some videos in the future, yeah. I'll put Aussies in there as well.
No problem. There's Aussies. Is this Aussies? Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's Aussies at the end, yeah.
Please go and subscribe to Aussie as well. These are great people, guys. I don't want you to
Liverpool fans. Yeah.
I mean, it's not always about the big channels, guys. Smaller channels can be as much as impactful than as a bigger channel. You know what I mean? And your support always counts. Trust me, guys. Your support always counts. So yeah, help everybody out, man. Help everybody. I hope to see you guys on Monday. I'll be back on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday probably I'll be back as well. So I should be doing a watch along, obviously, with the PSV game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I want to do a panel show at night. Maybe we could do something together, all of us. I mean, get the guys back on there. Subscribe to Uncle Roz as well. Subscribe to Endsman, Husam, all these other guys, with their channels as well, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like as well, guys. We need the likes. It helps. Hit the like.
Bless the chat, Gene, everyone in the chat, Steve, everyone, man.
Chat Like I said, you guys are the most important people. Without you guys, we can't do this. So please support us as much as you can, and we appreciate you for what you do for us as well. We don't. You're not unnoticed. Let's just put it that way. You're not unnoticed, man. Big up, guys, and chat, Mr. Bat. Take care, everybody. See you soon.